Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. This week we went on our Snapchat and we asked people what you guys would want to know about, like just any questions, just ask us any questions. This is due to the fact that I was feeling really sick this week. I'm still sick, you guys can hear it in my voice. I was feeling really ill and I just didn't have any energy to do anything too cray-cray. So we decided to just answer some questions and we got quite a few questions. We did say if you wanted a shout out, let us know. Surprisingly, a lot of you want to stay anonymous, which is very interesting. So we only have one person who wants a shout out.
Yeah, what's up people? What's going on, fam jam? Hope you guys are good. So we did get a few questions and we are going to answer them. First question: Hi Mayano, which is Ruvi. With your two kids, did you have any morning sickness? If so, how did you cope? I've actually started hating being pregnant, and I look around and I'm failing to understand how people with more than one child would choose to do this over and over again.
That's a really good question. So did I have morning sickness is the first part of the question. I never had morning sickness with Ano. I had morning sickness with Naiche. So both of them did different things to my body. However, I hated being pregnant with both of them. I am one of those females who can honestly say for me pregnancy is crap. Like, I don't know why it exists. I don't know why we must go through it. It's not pleasurable for me. It's not pleasant. I don't wake up feeling all dewy with glowy skin and being like, oh my God, I'm so beautiful. I'm pregnant and fat. That is not me. Like, I'm just like, wow, I'm fat and ugly and I want to eat everything. And my back hurts and my feet hurt because they're swollen. And I'm getting hemorrhoids left, right, and center. Too much information. But yeah, that's what happens. You get hemorrhoids as a pregnant woman. So I don't enjoy pregnancy. So I totally relate to you, my dear. And, I don't think it stops you from wanting to have another kid, though. That's what's so interesting, because you'll forget this part once you see how beautiful your little baby is. And then when your baby grows, like when they're a toddler, you're like, oh my God, I should have another baby. And then you want to have another baby. So you'll forget all about the horrible stuff about pregnancy. Don't worry. That's why we end up having more than one kid. But I'm two and done. Two and done, right?
Two and done.
Two and done.
Yeah, she's two and done.
We're two and
But yeah, okay, so yeah, well, I can't say nothing about that, to be honest, because I've never been pregnant, so I've never had any morning sickness or anything like that. So that's her question and she's answered it. Next question. Hi Mayano, I have a question. Do you think it's a deal breaker if your man's mom doesn't like you, or all of a sudden starts disliking you when the son says he wants to marry you? Please keep me anonymous.
Is it a deal breaker? I will let Nash answer first.
I think personally it shouldn't be a deal breaker, because at the end of the day it's about how strongly you guys feel about each other. And I for one I've been in a situation where, you know, my ex ended up not even speaking to her parents because they were Italian and they did not. The mother came to the house saying, "Dile, dile." Oh shit! I'm saying her name, Lord. We do not mix the blood. We do not mix the blood. And I was like, what the hell is this woman talking about? But then she ended up saying, "Yo, listen, if you're not gonna accept him for who he is, because he's a person, he's loving to me. He you know, he takes care of me. All this blah 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 and all this jazz." Then there's nothing I can do. I'm gonna have to say deuces to you, and you can be on your way. So it shouldn't really be something that becomes a deal breaker, unless, of course, your man himself is so much of a mommy's boy and doesn't want to lose mommy and wouldn't even go a few months without talking to her, because sometimes it just takes a little bit of time for them to realize that, you know what, these guys are actually serious. And then that's when, you know, that's when they get over it and they're like, okay, if this is what you've chosen, then so be it. But then if you can't even, you know, give that kind of leeway, like as in, okay, this is my woman and my mama ain't respecting that this is my woman, then, you know, mom for now can just chill out on the side for a bit. And when she's ready and she's cooled down and she understands that this is what's going on, then, you know, she's going to come on board. So please understand that it should never be a deal breaker. That's what I think anyway. So it's all about how much you guys love each other and how much you guys, feel for each other, I guess.
I agree with what Nash is saying, but I also think the man needs to stand up for you, Hunty, because honestly, it's different if the mom doesn't like you and the mom talks shit about you to your man. So, for example, she comes in the house and she'll be going, hey, look, your wife doesn't even cook or clean properly, and the husband just sits there and doesn't defend you. That's where the problem is, because that means he tolerates that nonsense. Because honestly, why does mom keep talking shit and husband don't do nothing about it? So that's how I feel about that. If your partner sticks with you 100 and you guys are on the same page and he makes it clear in front of mom, Kuti mom, you're being really disrespectful to my partner, and I've told you that me and her love each other and we're going to stay together. Yes, you might not agree with the things she does, but we are happy here. That's when you know you guys are 100. If he sits there and lets her talk crap, hey, please, my sister, walk away, because that means they both talk crap about you behind your back. And he's just there because he might just, cook some good food here and there. So. And
you probably give him the good.
The good. The cookies.
Good.
So.
The good is good. That's that one. Next question. Hey, Ruvi, how long did you guys date before you guys got married? She's not good at maths.
3 years.
She was counting 3.
3 years.
On her fingers.
We dated 3 years before we got married.
Yeah. We dated 3 years before we got married. We was on an online long distance relationship for the longest. For
8 months. We didn't meet for 8 months. We were dating online. I know, it's insane. We are crazy.
Yeah.
I'd never seen his beautiful body. I'd never seen my beautiful body. We saw each other on the camera, so we could have actually catfished each other. But
true,
we ended up meeting 8 months later, and after 8 months, we didn't see each other again for another 6 months, and it was just like a long distance.
But we had met now. We knew that we're both real and stuff like that. So there should always be a...
And he smelled nice. Because if he had smelled bad, that would have been a deal breaker. Because you can't smell someone on the freaking camera, right?
Yeah, I smell good. I always smell good. No, I smell good now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You smelled nice or you smell nice.
Yeah.
You don't have body odor.
True.
So that was a plus.
Yeah, so yeah, it was 3 years before we got married. Her Excellency would like to know.
We're gonna put her Snap handle in the description box and also over here somewhere. So she wants to know how long. Oh, she knows. Okay, let me read the whole thing. Hi, Ruvi. I have a quick question. I know you kneel for Tinashe when serving him dinner, which I think is absolutely fantastic. Did you start kneeling from the get-go when you guys started dating, or was it after you guys got married, or when he paid Rora? So for my non-Zimbabweans, Rora is lobola, which is bride price. Dowry. So my husband basically paid my family to say thank you for raising this gorgeous woman that I'm about to take away from you.
Thank you.
And so did I kneel for Nash prior to him paying? You guys can hear my daughter. She's like right next to the camera. Did I kneel for Nash prior to him paying my Rora and us getting married? Yes, I did. We were dating and I would kneel for him. Every time I serve him African food, it's really weird. I don't kneel when I serve you like Canadian food.
She only kneels when she serves me salsa.
Yeah, when I serve him African food, I kneel. But that's just a sign of endearment. It shows that I care for him and I respect him as my husband. Do I think every female should do it? It's your choice, really.
Oh yeah, it's up to you. And like honestly, if she didn't do it, it would not make a difference, like as in terms of how I feel about her or whatever. But believe it or not, because she was doing it before we even got married, before I even paid Rora, it showed that this is the woman that, this is the wife, but this is the kind of woman that you want as your wife, you know what I mean? So, yeah, take tips, man. Take tips. Sometimes it's all right to do certain things, because those things in the long run will help you out when you end up getting married and, Rora is paid and all that stuff. So, yeah. Is that it?
That's it. Next question.
Next question. So that was from Her Excellency on Snap.
Yeah.
Simply Beauty.
Simply
We're gonna put
Beauty.
Simply Beauty's snap handle. Next question.
I don't want to answer that one. I don't want to answer that one. Skip on to the next thing.
Why don't you want to answer it?
No.
Do you feel supported by the Zimbabwean community as a couple that is trying to be influencers on social media?
That's
Please,
the question.
anonymous. Do we feel supported?
That is a difficult question. We just started YouTube as a couple. So we can't say we're not being supported because we are to a certain extent.
Yeah.
We do find that people are kind of dragging their feet. Like people are kind of hesitant to jump on board the Zimbabwean bandwagon, the Mugsy family bandwagon. So people are kind of like, are they worth subscribing to? Are they worth following? So we feel some support, but we do see that people are really like hesitant to join because they're like, what's the difference between you and all the other people doing YouTube?
And you know what the funny thing about it is there's certain people that watch all the videos but won't subscribe. Like,
yeah, so that's what I mean. So let's like,
why are you gonna watch every single video but you're not gonna subscribe? What are you? Because I think a lot of people think by subscribing you're now making us money straight away. We're now rich. No, it doesn't work that way. Being subscribers just means that you guys are gonna be able to catch the content as soon as it comes out. You're gonna you hit the notification button. That means that boom, anytime when this video gets posted, there's certain people that are gonna be saying first to comment because they got the notification and they watched the video. So that's just exactly what it is. But people might think that they're making us rich by doing that, but it's not. That's not how it works.
Yeah, and I mean,
there's a whole lot more to it.
I don't think we consider ourselves influencers. I read that and I laughed because I was like, what even is an influencer?
That word has been going around
is it?
A lot.
What is an influencer? I don't know what an influencer is. I don't think we are influencers. We're just a couple that is trying to raise our kids in the diaspora. And decided to share that with you guys.
That's about it.
Perhaps people look at it in terms of, okay, we sort of like have followings on our social media platforms, and people kind of come and watch what we're doing. Maybe that's why we're considered influencers, but really we don't think of ourselves as influencers. In terms of the support though, we specifically were thinking of YouTube support, and we think it's still not great. We would say like maybe, if a percentage, we're like 40% support right now.
True.
Next question.
Is marriage easy?
Oh, hell no. Uh-oh.
Marriage, fam.
Marriage is hard. Marriage is hard. Just think of like, I don't know what to compare marriage to. Okay, think of it this way. He was raised completely separate from how I was raised. We met later in life after we've established our personalities, right? So he was raised kumbakwawo, inina was raised kumbakwedu, and then we come together years later and he knows how to do things a certain way and he knows what's okay according to how he was raised. I know what's okay according to how I was raised. So now you bring those two heads and make them try to raise a new family with their opposing or different opinions on life. It ends up being quite interesting. It is quite a show, is it not? Marriage is a show. It's a reality show, actually. And I mean, I'm entertained every single day. I'm very entertained. I don't see my life without my husband because he's entertaining.
I don't see my life without my wife because she is hilarious. She is hilarious, she's entertaining, and she's very influential, but she's not an influencer.
Yeah.
Get that? Did you get that?
The drums.
She's very influential, but she's not an influencer. But yeah, all I'm just trying to say is marriage is what you guys make it. Seriously. Like at the end of the day, it's the same as having a relationship. It's like, even if it's a long distance one or whatever, it's about what you make it. Do you guys want it to make it to work? Do you both want it to work? It has to be both of you. And if it's just one of you and the other one is not pulling their weight, sometimes then one's gonna leave the other one because you're like, yo fam, it seems like I'm riding this wave by myself. But if you both jump on that surfboard and you ride those waves together, no matter what comes along, because boy, people that know us and that have been following us from day one know some of the stuff that we had to deal with in terms of, you know, social media trolls and stuff, which probably some of them are still following us right now. They're probably subscribed as well, but it is cool. It's cool, man. We're gonna ride all the way, man. Or you're a ride or what do you call them? Ride or dies. So yeah, but what I'm trying to say is it doesn't matter what the outside world or outside influences is saying, as long as you two know what you want, you're gonna make it happen, you're gonna make it work. And yeah, marriage is not easy, but if you want to make it work, you can make it work. You
know, you guys are set for life if you can poop in front of each other. Then you know you're set. Why are you looking at me like that? You sit comfortably on the toilet.
You don't give yourself ideas. Don't give yourself ideas.
I haven't pooped in front of him yet.
No, not even yet. You're not going to poop in front of me. Never.
But he does it all the time.
She walks in when I'm pooing. Come on, who does that?
Because it's a natural thing. And
I will never walk in. Even when she goes to take a pee overnight and she leaves the door open and I hear trickle, 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 I actually don't like that. She should close the door.
Wow, I need the light from the bedroom when I'm peeing in the bathroom.
There is no light in the bedroom. There is no light in the bedroom. Don't chat.
Yo, wow, listen. Okay, that's just bodily fluids. It's natural. Can we move on? Anyway. Last question.
Disgusting. Disgusting couple. Why should they subscribe to people that talk about pooing? Oh my God.
She's gonna cry. She's gonna cry. She's gonna cry. Featuring Nai.
Okay, last and final question. How did you deal with having a premature baby who got really, really sick?
I'll let you answer first.
Ah, man, I won't lie, man. I don't have a long paragraph or a long whatever to say what happened or how I dealt with it. But all I can say is I remember being in the UK and Ruvi was over here in Canada and she told me that, you know what, I'm in labor. And I'm like, dude, you're not supposed to be in labor till January, man. What are you talking about? You're in labor. It's only October. He says, yo, dude, I'm actually going to give birth today. I'm like, fam, I thought she was joking, man. But yeah, it was crazy. I was over there and all I could do was just say, because there was nothing, I could not just all of a sudden, you know, drop everything that I was doing and catch a plane and come over here, because you know the score, guys. But I just put it all in the hands of the Lord. I just said, God, let your will be done. I don't care whatever comes out, what the circumstances or whatever else is gonna happen. Let your will be done. Whatever's gonna happen right now, it's all in your hands. So even when the surgeries came along and everything, I just kept we kept praying. Prayer was what actually got us through this. And that's why, see, man, them be going to church like you know, if you guys follow us on Sundays where we go to church and stuff, because my faith was restored after that. I realized that, you know what, the man above there, the man that, you know, Moms has always tried to introduce us to and always wanted us to you know, to call out to, is actually real, and he will make things that doctors couldn't say the word miracle, but we saw a miracle. Our son is a miracle baby, but that's the story for another day. But yeah, I just put it all in the arms of the hands of the Lord. I don't know about how you dealt with it.
I don't know if I can like relive that ever again. If I had to, I would never want to relive that situation.
Or even wish it upon anyone else.
Yeah, I would not want to. That was probably the hardest time of my life because it was never ending. It just seemed like every day seemed to get worse. And you don't know how a heart can break. I mean, we all know heartbreak from like boyfriends and stuff, but nothing can compare to the heartbreak of knowing that you might lose your child or actually losing your child. So for all those who've lost children, I'm so sorry. Like after that, I actually understood what actual real heartbreak is. Like the thought of losing my son so soon, the fact that God had given him to me and then let me meet him, and then like 4 days later they were telling me that he wouldn't make it, was the most awful thing I could have experienced in my life. And so I can definitely say I don't know how I dealt with it. I think I just literally, like Nash said, we prayed a lot. I would take it a day at a time and I prayed about it. So that is my answer to that question. Prayer. That's what works, guys. I prayed. I was in a haze. I never actually allowed myself to think too much at that time. If you guys can just imagine, I blocked my brain. Like I made sure I didn't think. I would do mundane tasks. So I would be at the NICU a lot, sitting with my child. And for me, I would read books, like fantasy books. I love reading. I would read books. I would talk to Nash on video call. And I would make sure that I don't want to talk about what's actually happening, which is probably not good, but that's what I did. So if people were like, my friends would be like, how's Arnold today? I'd be like, fine, even though I knew he wasn't fine. But that's just because I did not want to talk about it, because it was, every time I talked about it, it became more real to me. And I was afraid that the realer it got, the more faith I would lose. And so I just, took it a day at a time. That is my story. That is how I dealt with it. That's how I'm a mom of a 2-year-old premature baby.
Yeah, so those are all the questions that we had.
That we decided to answer. That
we were going to answer, to be honest. There are some other questions that were asked.
And the video is long anyway. So that's it for today. Thank you guys for asking your questions and sending them through. We'll see you guys on Sunday with a vlog. We have a vlog on Sunday.
Oh, yeah. We got a,
We're doing a vlog. We're starting to vlog now, guys.
We're going to be vlogging a lot more. So that... You know, when we vlog, it's easier to prank someone when you vlog because the camera is always there. So we're always going to vlog, and we won't know when we're being vlogged, whether we're being pranked as well. So we're trying to work with that as well, trying to make, you know how it goes. But yo, thanks a lot, fam jam. Thanks for all the people that have been supporting us from day one. We really appreciate you guys, and we just hope that you keep commenting, liking, sharing, and subscribing to our YouTube channel and letting people know about us, man, because you know we just a regular couple just trying to do this YouTube.
I like that you say regular because you got that from me. I'm the one who says regular. Trying
to do this.
Thank you guys. Good night. Say bye. Say bye.